3 or 4 years ago is now shifting, and they might need to shift with it.
Correct. You know, we have advisory boards that meet with each program twice a year. And the goal of those advisory boards, and they are employers, the goal is to find out with our faculty members and our administrators what exactly the changes are in the field so that we can start upgrading the curriculum immediately. So we have an ongoing curriculum upgrade process so that we hope that we're never more than a semester behind what employers in the region need. We have been approached in the last year with a lot of requests for additional programming, and as we work within the state, we've got technical education in South Dakota is very unique in that it is very nimble. With our Board of Technical Education, we've been able to really adjust and adapt and bring forward new programming that meets employers' needs. And at West Dakota Tech, we're really careful too in that when our students graduate, we want to make sure that they're going to be making enough money in those fields that we're preparing them for so that they are going to be able to pay back any kind of student loan that they may have had to take out. Although we've got a lot of scholarships available as well, but we just want to make sure that it's a good return on their investment.
And Chuck, briefly, before we let you go get ready for your program, I want to return to this notion that you said about cost, because I know Stephanie Risser did a South Dakota focus on college debt and how people are sort of facing it, the challenges that they have. One of the things that I've noticed just amongst high school students that I know is they're getting the message about not taking out debt that they can't pay off. Unfortunately, it's also translating to I'm not going to look into it because I just can't afford it. And some of these kids are sort of, veering off of the higher education. There is not a seamless pathway to higher ed because they're afraid, they're worried.
Yeah, I think that's a very important thing. Parents are concerned, and student debt is having an impact considerably as younger people look at this, they're looking at the fact that, if I get the student debt, am I going to be able to buy a house? Am I going to be able, and we have to look at this in the concept of what it's doing to the U.S. economy in the long run, because kids are looking at this thing, how many kids are living at home now that didn't happen 20 years ago because there may be jobs available, but they're underpaying jobs and trying to meet that loan payment every month. And to be honest, the high rate of interest on student loans is criminal, quite frankly. It's a case where we're charging these kids, trying to get on their feet and be productive citizens in the U.S. and with the amount of debt there. And I see how young kids will look at this and say, this is really difficult. I look at, my kids when they went to college, one semester costs, but it cost me for an entire 4 years to go to college in South Dakota, 50 years ago. And that's it. That alone should tell us something. And the rate of inflation, college tuition has gone up over 4 times the rate of inflation in the last 10 years. And I think those are things we need to address.
Yeah. All right. So 12:15 Mountain Time. You can show up at the SDPB Rapid City Studios for this month's Where Do We Go From Here. You can also tune in online at SD.net. Chuck Parkinson, Dr. Ann Bowman, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you. Have a great day.
We will take a break. When we come back, preschool. You've heard all these stats and data and the debate. Now let's have some fun with Science Steve. Stay with us on listener-supported SDPB Radio.
Program funding is provided by Water Washington Pavilion, presenting the Brentford Marcellus Quartet, October 2nd in the Mary W. Summercold Hall of the Washington Pavilion, downtown Sioux Falls. Tickets available at washingtonpavilion.org.
Ahoy! I'm Chris Thiele, host of Live From Here. Tune in for our broadcast this week from the Town Hall in New York City. We're joined by some very special guests. Dawes, Jamila Woods, John Cameron Mitchell, Ann Patchett, and Tom Papa. Come spend some time with us.
Saturday evening at 5 Central and Sunday at noon Central on SDPB. Take In the Moment with you wherever you go with the In the Moment podcast. New episodes drop every Friday and feature the best of the week from news and the arts. Download and subscribe to In the Moment wherever you get your podcasts. Education and healthcare reporting